Hello, good morning, good afternoon. We're very happy to be here with you today. And I would like to open this conversation and ask if you have questions or thoughts, expressions that you wish to share. This is an appropriate way. You can raise your hand and open your microphone and speak by voice if you wish. For the last couple of weeks, we were just streaming and the questions were in a way by writing, but you can also use the way of opening your mic and speak if you wish. If you ask, if you want to share something, we shall be happy to hear you and to see what is happening with you. Megan, Felipe, do you get a voice coming, by the way? Good. Felipe, you can open your microphone and speak. You can also raise your hand, and this is open. Yes, it would be lovely to hear your voices here. But please feel free to ask if you have questions. I just wanted to open with the word of Bereshit, with duality, with the letter Bet, and the last verse of the Bible ends to the eyes of Israel, that Moses broke, in a way, initiate the breaking of the boards of covenant again to the eyes of Israel, to the eyes, to the duality. So in the beginning, in a way, Bereshit, the word Bereshit, in a way is a break. Bereshit, like this. Bereshit. And in the word Bereshit, we have the word already shavar. Shavar shin bet resh is to break. Here. So the first verse of the Bible opens with Bereshit. In Bereshit is a word that contains 6 letters. And in those 6 letters, there are 3, Shin Bet Resh, which means to break. To break. And in a way, this is the last verse of the Bible. The last verse that seals the 5th book of Moses. When Moses breaks the Torah in front of the eyes of Israel, because we can never get the one. Therefore, he is breaking the 2 in front of the eyes. The eyes is also 2. Good morning, Yanis. We were very happy to read the text that you wrote on Discord, and I hope that other friends had the possibility to read the text that you wrote. It's beautifully written. And if you have like a few more texts like this, maybe we can publish them or compose them or share them if you would like in a newsletter or in a book. It depends on how you wish to do it, if you wish to do it also. And I remind us all to ask questions. It's most recommended to ask questions. You can lift a hand, raise your hand and ask a question if you wish, or share something. It is most recommended. Here at the moment, this is Adar, and in a few days, this is the 2nd Adar, because this is a pregnant year. So Purim is being celebrated. The Carnival of Purim is being generally greatly celebrated in the 2nd month of Adar, so it will be in a couple of days from now. And in a way, the days are getting longer. The sunrise rises every day a few minutes earlier and sets a few minutes later. The days are getting longer, but it is still cold. So And in another way, we also get another perspective of Bereshit. Because what is Bereshit? There is a break. The one breaks into two. There's a split. In Bereshit, we have in a way a testimony for the one breaks into two. What is the literal meaning of the word? Which word? Bereshit, in the beginning. Be is like via. Yeah, yes, I see. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Megan. Be is like via. It's like via the beginning, and by the beginning or in the beginning. Bet is also through, yeah, or in, through the beginning. And Reshit, in a way, Bereshit is a composition at the beginning of two words, Bet and Reshit. Reshit is a beginning. Those 5 letters comes from Rosh, Reshit. Reshit is the beginning. Beginning. Yes, Reshit is the beginning. Comes from Rosh. Because Rosh is the beginning of everything. The head is the beginning of everything. Head. Yes, Rosh. So Bereshit, it means through the beginning, or in the beginning, or via the beginning. Yes? Because nothing can begin. This is also a philosophical question, if something can ever begin. Because there is no beginning and no end, only to our eyes. Or to our perspective, there is a beginning and end. This is why we find many times in the Midrash, in the laws, that Adam HaRishon, or his perspective was, there is no beginning or end, because Adam HaRishon, before the first sin, this is how the Lord says, could see from end to end. What is the meaning from end to end in English? Because the Hebrew is from sof to sof. It is infinite, infinitely. So we say in English from beginning to end. And when we say the term from beginning to end, it means linear perspective. Beginning to end, this is linear A to B. While the Hebrew Midrash, I notice in the translation to English, they opposite in a way the intention. The Midrash says in Hebrew, so from end to end, it would be infinite or complete. At the same time, it would from misofel sof. In Hebrew is from misofel sof. So misofel sof, from end to end, it means complete, because a circle has no beginning or end. So it would be complete, completion, or infinite. Yes, this was his perspective of Adam HaRishon. Because and you notice, I notice when you mention, I heard Fernando reads the text or describes it, and I saw in the English translation, yes, they translate it to beginning to end, but they turn it into linear. So in a way, the perspective of Adam HaRishon was non-linear perspective, non-finite perspective. Is this understood? while speaking about Adam Rishon, that his perspective was not linear or not finite. Yes. It is interesting because we say finite in English. In Hebrew, pinah, it comes to me, pinah is a corner. Pinah, yeah, to pin something. Pinah is corner. It's like 90 degrees. Yes, corner is 90 degrees. So infinite, like without walls, without barriers, without corners, without distractions. Yes, Pinah. In Hebrew, there's a term for availability. We always speak about to be present and available at a moment to what is happening. In Hebrew, the term is panui. Panui, available. Panui comes from panim. Panim, like inner or turning. Panui, available, comes from panim, inner or turning. That a person is turning to someone, he turns his, if I will write it, I will miss it. So we speak about being available, and available in Hebrew is panui. Let's say in the taxi radio, they say, is there a driver available? Panui. Yes, to take this passenger from this point to this point. What does it mean that he is available? That he has a space and he can attend this call. So what does it mean that we are available for something to happen, that we have a space? The mind, not mind, but the brain is not occupied with all kinds of calculations and thoughts and stories and lists, to-do lists that we have in our head. I have to become, I have to do this and that. I'm late or I'm early, and we can attend the moment. This is what it means to be available. Also to turn. If somebody is on the bus, sometimes ask questions. Some people are on the phone or something, so they don't know what somebody asks something, so they're physically present, but they're not available because there's something going on. Yes, to be available, it means to be. Yes, and there's coming something, and yes, not to drift somewhere in this imaginary scenario. Yes, yes, Felipe, it makes me remember, yes, in Castaneda book, the sage Don Juan keeps saying that one must be available to the knowledge, and they travel to some places where it is. Yes, because this is how it comes. Yes, infinite comes, and if a person is available, it takes us to this. Yes, this is true. This is true. Yes, we don't take the knowledge just to be available for it, to present itself. Yes, there is something, so it is nothing that comes as something and is being presented to us when we are available to it. It's like we have an open, let's say, cinema or something, yes, and then it will present itself onto our screen, so to speak, because we are available. This is why they say that the Shekhinah, yes, the Holy Spirit, is always looking for a place to be, and where the Shekhinah dwells, the Holy Spirit, where people are available, meaning there she can come. Yes, it's not a physical entity, but when there's availability, things can come and appear at our door, in our mind. Yes. Because the seat is not taken. Yes, the seat is not taken. In a way, there is a meeting because inside of us, yes, Felipe, this is, yes, even the Bereshit, the bed, is nesting in the head. Yes, this is it. Yes, that's true. Because what happens when this infinite, why the infinite always looks for a place to be, to nest, and why it is good to be available for it, because there's a meeting in similar, yes, because infinite in a way is empty, there's nothing there, and when we are available in the inside of all of us, yes, there's emptiness. The body, so to speak, the bones and the flesh and the tendons, all of those, let's say, biological or tissues or elements are just a construct around the emptiness. The source is empty. All the appearance of human body is a construct which is surrounding and fence in the emptiness of the spirit. This is just in a way an external. It's like a shell upon the fruit. Yes, the shell is thick, but the fruit is sweet. And also our emptiness inside is sweet because there's no separation between the nothingness that there is inside and the source. There is no separation. What comes as separation is the construct that we build, the brain, the mechanical activity. So what happens when we make ourselves, or when we are available for the spirit? It's the emptiness which is find a similarity inside, and those two emptiness, because there is no two emptiness. I just speak for the manner of speak because there's only one, but there's a meeting, and then we feel charged in a way with something which was not existing to our being before. This is the meaning of availability. And most of us are really not keen to be available. Therefore, people opening their, how do you say, meeting books or all kinds of diaries and book things ahead just to block any moment of availability, because it is scary to notice there's nothing there. Yes, nothing that is connected in a way to something that we know, to a concrete image or story. So most of humans are afraid from this emptiness. So they're trying not to think, or not even to Yeah, but all of us in a way are being lived and nourished by the same source. Yes, though there are different appearances, yes, of languages, of people, of activities, all of us are being nourished by the same source. And thank you, Megan. And if we, let's say, when we see someone that's riding on bicycle, another is walking or jogging, though they are, to the eyes, are being conceived as different activities or different verbing, there's one source that motivates all of us. Yes? Always good to remember that our thoughts, what we consider as our thoughts, is not ours. Yes? It's not that I was thinking about something, but there is a thought which hooks, yes, itself on us, and then we call it I was thinking. Yes? So there is a thinking happening, and breathing is happening, and there's pulse, but we are not making, or we are not the generators of the thinking, of the pulse of the heart, of the breathing of the lungs. We're not. Yes? It is coming through us. Life is, in a way, flourishing through us. We are not the generators. Though we might, and all of us experience different moments during the day or during the night, sometimes of still, sometimes of hectic, energetic, popping. We might experience different variations of things, but we are not creating them or generating them. They are, in a way, being animated through us. Yes? We are just acting them out or mirroring what is happening at the moment. But we are not creating, or sometimes when we feel, let's say, now when there's the weather is very cold, the cats are not moving much, or they hide. But among humans, it is different. We need to do tasks, and we need to go and to make and to be and to all kinds of things. Among the nature, it's different. There's some kind of acknowledgement, or not even acknowledgement by the cortex or something, just as the oneness. But we are, in a way, we have this mechanical activity that tells us that we can do better or different or something. So, in a way, what is happening is being animated firstly by the animals. We are a bit having delay because we have the mechanical ability of thinking. So there is like a distortion of what is happening. Therefore, the animals, they could feel the tsunami before it happens, or earthquakes before they happened. Yes, we are in a way have delay system called thinking in us. Yes, we're always in delay. Yeah. But in the animal kingdoms, it's not like this. What there is, they immediately, this is what there is. There is no gap. We have this end, something like this, like it is written about tree of knowledge and the tree of knowledge in the midst of the garden. And we have this somehow delay. Yes? Because there's a temptation of the brain to be, to be engaged in transmitting, understanding what is happening. Yes? There's a temptation to deal with processing of data. This is it. Animals, they don't have it. Immediately what there is, this is it. I even would say that today is the Metatron Day. The Metatron today is the Pi Day. This is the 14th of March. Yes, Metatron, I think this is 314. Metatron. Have you heard the name Metatron before? Metatron or Metatron. Have you heard the name before? Oh, this is the first time you hear it. Yeah, today. Yeah. Felipe, would you like to open your mic and speak about Metatron a bit, that Megan could hear? Would you like that? Can you? Oh, you could not. I understand. Yes. Yes, I understand. It works. Oh, yes. So we have, yes. Yeah. So sometimes we find in the Hebrew books the name Metatron or Matatron, Metatron. So sometimes we find the name Metatron or Matatron, and we find it in many Hebrew texts as related to an angel. There is angel called Metatron, and Metatron is an angel in the Bria, meaning Metatron in a way serves in the three, according to this kind of thinking. There are 4 worlds. We have 4 letters. I'll just make a foreword to explain about Metatron. This is a beautiful entry, so I will make, in a way, a foreword. There are 4 letters of the name of being. The name of being is Yod Hei Vav. Hey, yes, this is the name of being. Without a form, just existing. Each one of those letters, therefore, in a way expresses a new world, inner world in us. The Yod is reflecting or symbolizes Olam Atzilut. In English we say nobility. The Yod is, so to speak, has to do with nobility, but not nobility in an English way, but it is noble. But what is so special in this nobility? Atzilut in Hebrew is from Etzlo. Everything is still connected to the source. There is no separation. It comes from Etzlo, by his shadow, or within him, or next to his, let's say, would not say throne, by at his spirit. Everything is united. Yes, so the Yod The letter Yod expresses Olam Atzilut. When everything is united, there's no separation there. This is why we say that the Yod has to do with wisdom, or with the potential, with the spark which is not yet manifested or fleshed out. The second letter He has to do with Olam HaBri'ah, yes, with the creation, because in a way the letter He has 3 dimensions and things are more fleshed out. Bri'ah, like creation, we can also see a birth that comes from nothing to something. This is He. And the Vav, yes, is Olam Yetzirah, or formation. And He has to do with Asiyah, the doing, the doership. So this is the forward, so to speak, four dimensions according to this system of thinking. And I remind us all, this is a concept. Now, to connect to Metatron, which is considered to be an angel in Olam HaBri'ah, the name Matat or Metatron, and to understand this concept, why the name appears under those revealed world, because the first He, the Vav, and the second He are in a way the manifested. Those are the manifested worlds. So why does Metatron, or Metatron, the angel, is mentioned in those 3 worlds which are manifested? Why? And then, and this is interesting, and then we come to the mathematics, because names are always connected to numbers. The name Metatron, when we give it numerical value, this is 314. Yes? If we put a dot after the 3, this is pi. Yes? This is how we calculate, yes, the value of the Greek letter pi. Yes? Or in this way we can calculate the circumference of a circle. This is the 14th of March. This is today. This is why the idea of Metatron came to be. And the manifested is come through circles. We meet this in the Bible in the name of El Shaddai. El Shaddai. Yes? The manifested, or the name Shaddai for itself, Almighty Shaddai. This is what is written on the mezuzah, Shaddai. This is 314. So, yes. So why the name Metatron is associated with Olam HaBri'ah, or with the manifested? Because everything which is in the manifested has a center. Yes, like a center of a circle. Yes? Do we understand that? Yes, in the Bria we can start calculate. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. There is a beautiful description of what you say in one of the Hebrew books, because there's a library in the head, but I remember the quote, maybe not the name. He says something like this. The mind of a baby is rofes. The mind of a baby is soft. Babies cannot calculate. The mind is soft. In Hebrew, rofes, soft. Rofes. This is a soft mind of a baby. Baby cannot calculate a thing. So his mind is soft. Rofes. Rofes. Soft. Yes, but the baby turns into a child and there is ability to calculate and to think. And in a way that it gets harder, the brain gets harder, and it can count and tell a story. And those are the same letters, sofer, sofer, not rofes, but we rearrange the letter and we say sofer. Sofer is counting. Yes, the verb is to count. Counting. Counting. So we speak about, when we speak about computers, we speak about hardware, yes, hard and software, but here we have in a way two kinds of images that I think Felipe was hinting at them. Baby's mind is soft, or face cannot count. And then we have already the process of thinking, which is counting, sofer, sofer, yes? Sofer, we can calculate or count 1, 2, 3, 4, yes? So, now, as Felipe wrote, in Bria, we can start calculating and understanding. This is why the name of Metatron, Metatron, is mentioned when we speak about those worlds which are manifested, Bria, Yetzirah, Asiya, because in those worlds and realm we can calculate. So this was the connection, because the value of Metatron in Hebrew is 314 as the name Shaddai. Yes, name Shaddai. Yes, is 314. Shaddai here. Yes, 314. Yeah, this is it. So in the burning bush, when there's a conversation with Moses, I was seen to the fathers in the name of El Shaddai. I was seen to them in the manifested. Yes, in the calculation. Yes, something that we can have a grip on. But when it comes to Moses, this is a different realm. Because let's not forget that all the fathers were in the land of Canaan, the land of the one. But the conversation with Moses is not in Egypt, but in the desert, so to speak, in duality. And therefore, the name Shaddai, the manifested, does not work. Yes? Because there is a need of immediate connection. And immediate connection is something which is not calculated. This is why the name Shaddai does not help. They need immediate contact, and therefore the name being is, in a way, comes to the conversation. Ushmi Havaya, this is how the conversation goes, and my name is being. I was not known to them. Is this understood, the movement between Metatron? Because I moved through many concepts in quite a short time. Yes, Yanis, please write. Yes. A bit difficult to understand. Could not answer earlier as driving home and was listening in the car. Yes, I understand. Which one of the topics you did not understand? So can you please write, and I shall be happy. I just start the heater. Please try to say, and hello, Luke. We're very happy to see you here. If you have questions, go ahead, ask. Yes, Yanis, I thought Metatron was angel and the highest of all angel. My understanding is wrong. Hello, Luke, we're very happy to see you. Yes, there are different sources, and slowly we could approach those texts because the name is vastly used. Yes, it mentions also, Yanis, the thing is that the name is mentioned in many, many books and many, many texts, and all the time in different contexts. So there is no one way to look at it or to read it, yes, or to conceive it. There are many ways, and I'll try to, in the future, to bring different texts that could offer us different reviews of the name, or in which context the name is mentioned. Because outside of the Book of Zohar, it's also mentioned and also translated to other languages as well, and who knows how many books are being written in what languages even. In general, the name Metatron has to do with the manifested worlds. Therefore, we find that it has to do again with the name Chanoch. Yes, Chanoch Lanar, educate a boy. Chanoch Enoch, the one who used to stitch shoes, the shoemaker. So we find the name Enoch, Chanoch, and Metatron, and how Enoch became or appears, yes, as Metatron, as angel in the manifested, because Enoch is basically, if we go deeper into the story, Enoch is basically being, but in a way in the appearance comes as Metatron, because Metatron again is the value of Shaddai of 314, has to do with the manifested that manifests itself in circles. Yes, yeah. It's a beautiful in a way door to enter. Yes, and here is a little riddle for non-duality. Yes, we say a hand in Hebrew, in English. In Hebrew we say yad. Yes, yad. So there is a hand of a man, of a person, and there is handle of the door. So there are two. Is it right or no? There's a hand of a person and there's a handle of the door. True or not true? Let's say a man's, yes, true. So there are two, yes? But it's non-duality. And when the hand of a man touches the handle of the door, suddenly the door opens. But there aren't any two. There is no hand of a man and there is no handle of the door, and still the door is open. This is an exercise, because in our perspective, yes, there is a border between the hand, because we can draw our hand. We do this in school. We put a hand on a piece of paper and we go with pencil around it and we say, this is our hand, yes, and we color it, and so in our, yes, mechanical brain, there is a border or definition of our hand and the handle of the door. Let's say we could argue, yes, that the handle of the door is from metal, let's say, or from wood, yes, and the man's hand is from other matter, which is not metal or not wood, yes. So there are two different, in a way, things or parts, yes, but only in our perspective, in a way, those are two. The hand of a man or the man and the handle of the door are two different entities, and only when there's a touching and maybe switching the handle or moving it below it, the door is open. So in our, yes, according to our eyes, only when the man hand is touching the handle of the door is being opened, because we tend to see the man as a different entity than the door. Try to be available. This is a good exercise. To be available to the moment of opening a door. If you remember, because during the day we open and close many doors, we are moving through many entries at home, outside of home, cars or so. Try to be available to the moment, because most of the time the brain is occupied with calculation, and when we open the door, not we, but when there's an opening, there is no much just happening mechanically. We just move through things because we are being moved by something higher than us. But try to be present and see what is happening at this moment of opening a door. Are we the openers of the door? Is the door is open for us or something? Try to be available for this moment. Questions? Yes, we could say that too. Yes, we could say that too. The door is related to the Dalet and to the Hey. Yes, that's true. Yes. Yes. Dalet is Aniya Vedala. Dalet is poor. Yes, poor-minded. Yes. The man who walked with God, is Matat, Metaton, Tadinana, Nina. Yes, it's true. It is true. Yes. Just thinking that we are passing through the door is poor. Yes. The man who walked with God, he is Matat or Metatron. True. He might be Pi or name Shaddai. Yes, yes. Also, we are waiting to release this song, Felipe. I'm not aware of the process of releasing, but it's a great song to release. The name Enoch Keys. Yes. It is interesting because we said that Metatron is an angel in Olam Bria, in the manifested world, and we read about Enoch Keys because Enoch is his name in the Garden of Eden, and outside of the garden, in the manifested, his name is Metatron. And we speak about Enoch Keys. Yes, the keys that open the door, the treasury for us, because we are poor. We are poor-minded people because we cannot perceive something that is higher than our mechanical calculation. Yes. Do you hear a guitar?
The man who used to come here does not come, for there is no cause. He might have left, he might have gone to the next, the coming road. The man who walked with God, he is not.
So here it is. You could hear the song about Enoch here. Yes, I tried to play it, but it doesn't come. Probably it's not connected I guess we connected another mic, so at the moment it doesn't come. But you could hear it. There's also a song by Felipe about the city of Vienna. So you could hear those two songs. I just wanted to play them for us, but now you can play it and have this impression from the lyrics because they tell the story about Enoch and how Enoch is basically his name. Hanoch is referred to being in the Garden of Eden, and outside of the garden, in a way, he is being called Matatron or Metatron. And he is the one who is, in a way, appearing to us as a boy, as Na'ar, because in Olam HaBri'ah, there's always, in a way, young spirit. What does it mean? Because wisdom is considered to be not aging, but wisdom has to do with this one bought wisdom. We say Zaken old, but wisdom in a way is ancient. And educating is always has to do with the young. And Metatron is the youngest appearance, the angel that helps us here. It is interesting journey to learn about Metatron and Hanoch. It is beautiful. Do you have questions or thoughts that you would like to share with us? Yanis, Luke, Felipe, Megan? Yes, I see, Megan. Yes. Usually when we open today Google, I notice they always, yes, Luke, I played your song while in Italy a few times to a family and friends, Secret Calling. Yes, you see? You see, Philip? Yes. This is today's Einstein. Yes. Yes. Yes, Yanis, I would like to know why Yad is mentioned in this verse connected. Yes, Mavet v'chaim beyad halashon. Why in the hand of the tongue? Yes, beyad. Yes, because it's like a hand. Yes, that speaks. Yes. You see, Yanis, when we take the one ways to look at it is beyad via the hand. When beyad has the value of 16, and in a way the tongue has a double function. Even the tongue itself is split in the middle by a line. Hello, Kingway. Hello. The tongue is split, so the tongue, in a way, is two-way street. Be yad halashon, in the hand of the tongue. Yes, because in a way there's a decision, is a decisive component, the tongue or the language, whether to life or to death, but not as to life or to death in a guillotine, to throw someone or to lead someone to the guillotine in France, but more the way the tongue is speaking. It's not even us, yes? By the way the tongue is rolling, the roll, yes, which is coming from there, is the way of life or the way of death. This is the sword, Yes, the Bible speak about the sword. Yes, the lahat החרב המתהפכת, lahat. I don't know how to say it in beautiful English, but in the story in Genesis they speak about the sword, opposite sword. המתהפכת. The flame of the opposite sword to guard the tree of life. Of course, it's not external sword, because sometimes we can open books or we see in paintings there's a guard with a sword to guard the tree of life. להט החרב המתהפכת. This verse from the Bible, let's say from which verse this is coming. It is the Tan. Yes, this is Genesis 3:24, and he expelled the well-known Adam. Yes, and he dwelt in the east of Eden, the cherubim and להט החרב המתהפכת, to guard the way of the tree of life. Yes, that's a nice way to think of our tongue, like also the word of God is also a sword. Yes, 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 this is it. The guard, in a way, we always think about guard as a bodyguard, like a man with weapon at the door or the entry of somewhere. Yes, yes, Kingsway, yes. But the great guards of all is the tongue, because we could say, or we could ask, who is in charge of our tongue, where the speak, or where the speech comes from, or where the speaking for all of us is coming from. People just open and speak, and there's a speaking. It doesn't matter what they say or whom is saying it, but there's a speaking. Where does the speaking coming from? It's untamable in a way. This is the beast. This is the beast. We think about the serpent. We think about, yes, all kinds of images. Yes, this is, the tongue has a life of its own. Therefore, the value of the word tongue in Hebrew has very close value to the Shekhinah, to the Holy Spirit. We have Lashon. Lashon. Yes. Lashon, this is tongue. This is 386. Tongue. Yes. We have Lashon. Yes, 386. 5. Lashon is 386. And Shekhinah, how much Shekhinah is? Shekhinah, we have Shekhin, 320. Shekhinah is 385. How close it is. You see? Therefore, you see, Yanis, Lashon, tongue is 386. Shekhinah is 385. So there is, in a way, decision that in a way we are not making those decisions, because we are not decision makers. It happens somewhere else or in another agency, by that we are just receiving this, whether to speak this way or the other way. So Shekhinah plus 1 is Lashon. Lashon minus 1 is Shekhinah. Yes, yes, you see, Anis. You solve it. Yeah, yeah. So in a way, we could say, what is Lashon? Yes, Lashon for itself is 386. Yes, and Shekhinah, holy, is -1. So it depends of how we read the difference between, if a person does not speak, narrating himself all the time, this is Shekhinah. This is 386 -1. Narrating, so to speak, the one we think we are, because who is narrating for us? Who are we? Who decide who we are? The name, those conditions that we are coming to. And people usually narrating themselves without knowing. So in a way, and this is interesting, because a person can channel holiness or abstract ideas by what? By the mere fact that he does not speak about his own narration. And whenever we don't speak about our own narration, this mechanical program that runs in our heads all the time, we can come here and speak about something which is beautiful. It's not narrow, it's not our narration, it's not our take about our lives. Yes, this is emptiness being available to the Spirit, and beautiful things can come, like this conversation. Yes, King's Way, yes. Sword can, yes. The sword, yes, the sword. We think about the sword of metal. We go to the blacksmith, make us a sword, like the people in the Middle Ages, yes? Our tongue is a sword. It can cut things. Yes, the speech of a person can have influence, yes, whether to deliver life or not. If we're not narrating ourselves, the tongue is a holy tongue. Speak about what is here, what is happening. If we are narrating ourselves, it becomes like something else. It narrows everything down to this perspective of this person, this name, this identity, what happened between 3 and 4. So yesterday there was there was a reading of the book Who Cares by Ramesh Balsekar. Ramesh Balsekar is an Indian teacher, and there was a reading of the text, and while reading his words, there was a remembrance of this movie 7 Years in Tibet. And later on, I could see the movie or a few pictures. It's a very deep movie, the topic. And you could see the people of this ancient culture, the respect that they give to the holiness, to the spirit. This is amazing, because usually there is a differentiation between two kinds of kings. A king that he just uses the people around him to make him a monarch or an emperor, and just sucks them down or uses them. And there is a king or a wise man that is pro-people. There are two kinds. We can, in a way, divide the way of life into two. And the amazing thing is that there were scenes in the movie that we could notice that people always give space to the spirit. The spirit always comes first. not the narration of one person. And in one of the lines, how do we say, dressmaker, tailor, the Tibetan tailor says because there's an Austrian and a German, I think both are Austrian, who are spending years in Tibet. They flee from the war, the Second World War, and they arrive to Tibet. They are mountain climbers. And the tailor says to the Austrian, there are two cultures. In your culture, you give more importance to the man who is stepping over other people. Yes? In your culture, it means in Western civilization or German, Austrian, it's not clear. She said, in your culture, you give more respect to people who are stepping on other people. And she said, in our culture, in Tibet, we give respect to the people who first give respect to the spirit. And this was not just a saying that the tailor said to the Austrian German climbers, but you could see this embodied in the behavior, in the way they carry themselves, in the way they relate to worms, in the way they, furnishing their houses, the way they drink the butter, their relation to guests. And this was not just a saying from the tailor. It was, I don't know, it just left a great impression. So I wish to share this with you somehow. Because in a way there was no what makes the holiness or the availability of the spirit all the time is that there is no narration. There is no people do not bring their story in brackets to the center. This is what people now in the current civilization are doing all the time, using social media, is their story, their narration, and it's the best way. It's the best way, in a way, to kill the spirit. Just it's not existing, all of this, yes, and this is what happens in all social media, politics, wars. It's what is not existing, the art of not existing, and I'm glad that we can meet here twice a week or more. So, dear friends, we are very happy. Yes, the movie Kingsway is there for us to watch or to see. When yes, Kingsway, I also once watched the movie, and I remembered, like, in a way, the story or the plot in a general way. But last night when I watched it, it was through a different lens, and it deeply impressed me. Yes. So, thank you again for participating in this beautiful space, and I would like to wish you Shabbat Shalom and a very happy weekend. And we can meet here next Monday or in the coming stream. Thank you so much, and Shalom Shalom.